All right, well, I'm just checking out the latest selection right here. And of course, it is an absolute cooker of a day. The weather is so good. And what does that mean? It's braai time. As we do in South Africa, we are about to prepare something special for not only you, but for the rest of the fellas and friends that you maybe have coming over too. So we're going to prepare some beautiful barbecue steaks, as well as getting a cheese board together to get our snack on. And of course, here to give us a masterclass in exactly how we do it, Chef Clem Chef in the building. Man, it's good to be out here.
It's good to be out here.
Guys, going the gears has arrived.
It is.
Oh man, I could spend all day here.
I'm planning on doing that.
Okay, deal.
I'm not going back to the office.
No one's going back to the studio.
No,
All right.
no. Okay.
Nice, man. What are we doing though?
So we're going to be braaiing. Plus,
Yeah.
I thought about it. You know, the one mistake people make is when they braai, they only feed their guests when the meat come off the grid.
And also, that's like 17 hours after you actually got there.
That uncle.
Yeah.
No. So
Yeah.
I thought about it. Let's do it like a little cheese platter, charcuterie board.
Okay.
And it's super simple. What we've done is we've got the cheese selection from Woolies and then the antipasto plate. And
Okay.
so I'm not going to do this. I'm going to ask you to do it. So I'm going to actually
Alright.
prepare it on this board. And I believe, like, if you got guests, don't play around with like little tiny individual plates. Do it feasting style. Get a nice chunky board. This is from Woolies Homeware. Get the board. Walk out there with your Raul top billing.
Keep it fun
I'm
shit.
Raul de Moorn. This is your charcuterie board. Do that, right? Okay.
I like that. Okay. All right.
That's for you. So, like I said, I've got some cheeses for you, and I've got the antipasto platter. There is no rule as how you put this together.
I've never made one of these. I always see them. I always eat them. But I always wonder, like, how do you get this like fancy display together? I can't imagine it to be easier than what I have right now. Right? Most of it's kind of prepared for.
It is. I do have one theory. So if you have a big board and you have people sitting around the table, you don't want people from this end stretching over to get what's on this end. So I like to go a little bit of meat, a little bit of cheese, a little bit of meat, a little bit of cheese. That way everybody's like got a nice reach to get
And
little,
on a block like this, it's going to look good.
It's gonna look
efficient,
good.
and it's functional.
so functional.
We are here for some, all right. Should I start on this?
You do that.
Okay,
So
all
while
right.
you're busy with that, I went shopping at Woolies Daily Difference. You know, this is where we get the biggest savings
Yeah.
at Woolies. And they have gone braai, like, they just enhanced the flavors of braai, okay, and brought it onto one page. So all season steaks right now, if you get two, you save 20%. And I'm actually gonna cook those steaks. Are you a rump or a sirloin guy?
Oh, that is a tough
You know why it's
question.
tough?
Yeah.
Because you shouldn't say or. You're gonna get both.
Oh, am I?
You're gonna get both.
Oh,
okay?
yes, please.
Have you
Okay.
had the savory deboned chicken?
I actually have. After your suggestion, it's hands down one of the. Is this also on the
It's
list?
right there. It's
Oh,
on the
yes,
list.
please.
It is so juicy, delicious. It's amazing.
And it's
okay?
really difficult to actually mess up because it's kind of like marinated. Everything's done for you.
Tenderized.
It doesn't get easier than
It doesn't
this,
get
honestly.
easier. Then the legend, the pork loin ribs, it's on there as well. The lightly smoked snook, you have to get it. But then Woolies knows you can't just have just the meat. I mean, we can, but they're coming through with their sides. So I prepared a butternut and beetroot salad for you.
Beautiful
I roasted the
stuff.
butternut myself. I grew the beetroots, everything. No, actually all I did was I opened the container and I put it into a beautiful bowl. That's all done there. And like I said, there's our beautiful cheese board and our antipasto right
Oh,
there.
that's kind of what I'm working with right now.
It's all there,
And I'm
okay.
going to show you, Mzansi, how beautiful you can actually make this. It's my first time. I have no idea what I'm doing, but all I've got to do is open up the pack and lay it out. It can't be harder than that, yeah?
All you have to do. Okay,
Yeah.
so I got the fire ready. So I've got my grid nice and low because the thing about steaks, right? They like high heat and they cook quite quickly. It's not like a chicken that takes a little longer to cook.
Yeah.
So I've got my hand over and I should be able to keep my hand in for 3 seconds before it gets uncomfortable.
Oh, is
1,
that kind of like the
2,
test?
3. That's steaky.
So if
Yeah.
my hand's melted after 3 seconds, it's too hot.
It's too hot. Step back. Step back. Enjoy
I
your
got
cheese
you.
board.
That's a very good tip, though. It's always good to know how to actually check when the temperature's right. You don't have a gauge on your braai, so now you can use your hand.
You can
I like
use your
that.
hand. So what I've done is taken these steaks out of the fridge about 40 minutes ago to try and bring them to room temperature.
All right.
Which is important. You never want to cook a cold steak, okay? It's going to end up being chewy and tough. So bring it to room temperature. And oh my goodness, South Africa. If you had to bottle the scent of South Africa, okay?
I literally just smelled South Africa come out of there in a good way, man. And I really mean that in a good way. Literally, like I was saying to Mike, even just walking here, getting the smell of the braai going and seeing all of this, it kind of reminds me that today is going to be a good day.
It's gonna be a
Literally,
good
it's like
day.
nostalgic of all the good memories that I think everyone in South Africa associates with a braai, right?
I know. Can we like start a new tradition of starting every day with a braai?
Yes, please. And
Yeah.
can we just do all the links and everything else right here?
At the braai?
I'm down.
And I've got two hands, one for tongs, one for a cold drink. I'm perfectly good. I can do that all day.
Perfect balance. It's almost
Nice.
like it was meant to be. That's fate right
I
there.
agree. Okay, so I like, there's a little bit of a breeze because we're in Cape Town. We love that. It kind of just cools you down a little bit.
Ambiance.
There we go.
Cape Town
Just a bit of
ambiance.
ambiance. Okay, so you got your cheeses going there, you got your meat going. I think it's absolutely amazing. And we know Woolies have an amazing selection of crackers as well. So you can play around with that.
Oh, of course,
I think the
yes.
crackers also to make it, again, it's all strategy. Give your guests something to eat when they come in. Keep them happy, keep them pleased. And then when the meat comes in, they're going to be even more happier because they already had like a little taste of what you got to offer. Okay.
Yeah, I like that.
Steaks
I
are
like
sizzling
that.
away. Meat is nice and hot. You want to also, people say only turn your steaks over once. That's not the rule. It's not the rule. Turn your steaks over as much as you have to. It's perfectly fine. But you want to get a nice crust, a nice sear on your steaks. So I'm going to loosen these coals up at the bottom. And of course, we're using the Woolies lump charcoal. They hold their heat so well.
All right.
And that's important because you don't want to have charcoal that gets to temperature and then loses its heat in like 10 minutes. Because then you
got
can't
you.
do much with it. So these
Yeah.
are large. I'm actually going to bring it up. People at home be like, you can't use those tongs to pick up charcoal. But I'm going to do it just for demonstration purposes, okay? Look at the size of that charcoal. That's charcoal that you want to be working with because it holds
That's
its
going
heat.
to last quite a while as
You
well,
know,
right?
we're going to braai the steaks now. We're going to do some sausage for you just now, some chicken for you just now.
Yo, the
and then
yes is on
potjie,
full.
you know?
I love it, yes,
What
man.
time is the lockdown? We have to be in bed by 12.
12, yeah.
Indoor. There we go. Curfew's at 12. Okay, cool, perfect. So we're gonna be braaiing all day.
I absolutely love it. Shem, Shem. I was like Chef Clem and Clem all in one. That's your new name, Shem.
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 Ooh,
Ooh,
Shem.
Shem, man. Ooh, Shem. I'll definitely say Shem if you're not having a moment like this, because, oh, look at that, man.
Who says you can't have a braai steak for breakfast?
Oh,
You
that
can.
looks so
You
good.
can.
It looks so good. All right. And my cheese board is coming on a little bit nicely. I'm not gonna lie, if I do say so myself.
So what I like about this deal is you can literally go to Woolies in the evening, get
Yeah.
the charcoal, start the fire. You've got your steaks already marinated. You've got your cheese selection and your charcuterie done for you. You're opening a packet. Your salad's done for you. So, especially now during load shedding, you start your fire, everything else is done. Take the family outside and spend the evening outside, get around the table, have a braai, just like engage. And all the hard work's been done for you, which I absolutely
I love that, and it just gives you the opportunity to really start creating those memories that we absolutely cherish. I mean, especially in a time like now when you realize that you don't have every opportunity to spend with your loved ones.
Right.
When you do have that opportunity, you can make the most
Yeah.
of the moment, and it's truly going to be something that you never forget. Kind of like my cheese board over here. I think it's
beautiful.
Not bad, eh?
And I like that you leave some space for the crackers where they'll go.
Yes, and taking your point and noticing into account the fact that everybody on either end of the cheese board can get a little bit of this.
Okay, I dig it. You know
How
what
does-
I have to do now?
Yeah.
I'm gonna cut a piece of steak.
Okay, go for it.
What are you gonna go for, steak or are you gonna go for cheese board?
I don't even know. Can I do both?
Yeah, we don't say or.
We don't say oh. I love that. All right. Well, I'm going to jump on your bandwagon because obviously you mentioned that you can't have a steak for breakfast. Shem and I are busting that myth. Breakfast is served. Of course, you can get it at Woolworths.co.za, Woolworths.com for all this inspiration. You can see all the options that you have to make the braaiing easy, make it full of gears, and make it a memory that you absolutely will not forget. Nice stuff, man. Cheers to you. Breakfast is served.